Hello, Darla Roberts coming to you from my stamping cave, Tucson, Arizona. And this is card number 1 for November to go kits. All of the description is going to be, all of the explanation how this works is going to be in the description below. You can refer to that, and let's just go ahead and get started. So November, I'm featuring this bundle here. I'm featuring the iconic Imagery, and then the dies. The dies have been so fun to work with. The stamp set has been so fun. And this is the paper that I'm featuring. And I had so much fun designing these 4 cards. There's so much paper. There's a lot of possibilities with these 4 cards. So I think you're going to have fun with this stack of paper if you get it. So this is Iconic Celebration 6x6, and you get 48 sheets. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to bring in the 4 cards that I designed. So this is the first one I'm going to show is, did a birthday one. So I used all kinds of the die cuts and paper on that one. This one's Grateful for You. And I used, it's a new folder for me. It's the exposed brick. I never had that before. And then I used a couple dimensionals there. Excuse me. Well, I used dimensionals, but I used a couple of leaf dies. Oh my goodness, can't speak today. And then this is one of the Christmas cards. And here's the last one. So this is kind of a little fun fold. And in the description for each video, it will explain the measurements and the supplies I used. So I am going to go ahead. Going to get started with this one. So I'm going to just put that kind of like right here so you can still kind of see it in the frame here. All right, I'm going to move everything aside. I've got everything ready to go. And if you are new to my to-go kits, I have several playlists that you can search for, and it'll explain how these all work. But again, everything's going to be in the description below. Okay, so this time I got this little bag because there's a bunch of fun little dies in here. I didn't want them to get lost. And so if you get the to-go kits, you're going to be getting these fun little dies here that are already cut out. All right, so I'm just going to put that there. And I'm going to go ahead and just put everything aside here. And I'm going to go ahead. One's going to be for the inside and one's for the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this layer right here. And I am going to be adhering my designer paper right here to this layer. So let's go ahead and just get stamping. Best part. And I find it easier just to do the one top and one bottom, just to get started. And just like that. And it's double-sided, so you can use whatever side you would like. This is the side that I'm using. And again, I like the green glue because I have the wiggle room that I need if I don't get it right the first time. All right, so there's that layer. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere these two together. I like to bring it up sometimes so I can actually kind of see what I'm doing a little bit. All right. So, you know what? We can actually adhere that to our, actually, we're going to do some stamping first before I do that. I don't know if you can see these little stars right here that I have on there. So I did that in Misty Moonlight. So it's tone on tone. And let me find my little star that I used. And I basically just wanted it on the left-hand side here, just going in just a little bit. Not much is going to be showing, so you don't have to go crazy with the stars. All right, looks good to me. Move that ink aside. Now I'm going to go ahead and adhere these layers down. This card comes together pretty quickly, especially if you get my to-go kits. Everything's ready. All you need to do is the stamping. All right, so speaking of stamping, let's go ahead and get started here with some more stamping. So I am going to use Moody Mauve, and that's one of my colors that's in my paper. And I have got Celebrate ready. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink this up. And if I make a mistake, I've got two options. I've got another side to the cardstock, and I also have one ready to go, just in case. Let's try this one more time. It's hard when the camera's right by me here. Okay, so then I'm going to bring in my sentiment. It says let's. Well, it's not really sentiment, but it's one of the, well, it is one of the sentiments. So I'm going to ink this up, and I'm just going to put this over here. So, whoops. Well, you know what? I messed up, but I've got one ready to go. All right. So we're going to pretend that did not happen. So then what you're going to do is you're just going to start cutting just free cutting however you want to cut this out. And when you're done, it's going to look like this. And then that is just going to be adhered right here. But before we do that, I brought in this layer. This is one of the die cuts. And I'm going to just glue that down to my layer here. I like that at an angle. Thought that looked kind of cool. Then I'm going to pop the Let's Celebrate up with dimensionals. My mistakes always happen on video, but it's okay. I was prepared. Okay, so I'm just going to peel those off back in the camera here. So I'm just going to put that about right there. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to put, oops, I just lost my, okay. Well, I just lost my candle. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a little bit of the glue on my candles here. And I'm just tucking it in, one right there. And a great tip, if you have the Take Your Pick tool, you can pick this up. It makes it so nice. So my next one, I'm just going to slip in right over here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up, I picked that up wrong. I'm going to pick up the candle here, the wick. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. I'm going to take your pick tool And actually it's sticking to my hand more. So we'll just do it this way. And you know what? I just thought of a better tip. I'm going to put a little bit, a dot of glue right there. Then let me bring this back in so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to pick up that little candle right there. And then I'm going to place it right there. There. That was much easier. Whoops. Got to have a second for it. Goodness. Second for it to dry. All right. Come on, candle. Cooperate here. Okay. So then I've got these two little stars, and I've got to get out my, excuse me, mini dimensionals. So let me grab those. So I'm going to take, so you can either put, I'll do one of each. So you can put your mini dimensional there. And then just going to place it on here. Or you can go ahead and take a mini dimensional where you want it, pull it off, grab the star, pop it up right there. Okay, so this card's almost done. We just need to do my dog's hair. We just need to do a little bit of some bling here. And if you get the to-go kits, you get the bling already included in your packet. You get everything you need except for there is no stamping. You have to do your own stamping. Okay, so there's the outside. And then I'm going to take my other piece of basic white. And this time I'm going to bring in the Misty Moonlight. And I've got birthday wishes. And that is actually coming from this set right here, Everyday Greetings. So I did birthday and then wishes. So I'm going to do birthday wishes. And I'll just do it right. How about right there? And oops. All right. So you could fancy this up inside card a little bit more, but this is what I decided to do on this one. Okay, so that completes card number 1. Any questions, let me know.